Hi guys. Living a life as a targeted individual is not an easy life, but we need to remember that we did agree to take part of this role at this time on earth. We are co-creating with God, and we were chosen to not only experience this awful torment, but to be the bringers of light, love, and truth to this special time that's taking place right now. Not only for others to hear the truth, but for us to see and experience the truth of what's happening in this world. On a spiritual level, it's a time for us to really connect with God and really awaken to the true essence that we are as spirits. We're spirits that came forth to live a physical reality, and the only thing is we were given free will to create, and a lot of that has been taken when we are into this targeted individual program. I didn't really know the full extent to how large this operation and organization is, but I do know that God reveals things at the right time. Information comes to us when it's needed the most. So on your journey, if you're finding out things in different times, just know that it's part of the process and it's part of the plan. Know that this is way beyond past law enforcement, government. It's way beyond that. It's actually a plan that was put in place to control and take over humanity and the population and our freedom and choices. So out here sitting in a preserve, there's lots of gunshots going off, but some of their tactics are for us to live in fear, to question our reality, to be confused. They have tons of different rituals, whether it's shame rituals, humiliation rituals, you giving over to self-soothing for medication, drugs, alcohol, what have you. But we need to stand strong and not give up our power. Know that they want to isolate you. They want you to have turmoil in all of your relationships. I really didn't understand the depth of this, so I've made some mistakes along the journey of being targeted. One thing that I've really come to realize is trying to convince others of what you're going through, or have them even understand, whether it's friends or family, when they're living their normal lives and they're just living in normal society, and if they haven't gone through a spiritual awakening and they're just basically in this 3D reality, in their programs from childhood, and basically living in survival mode, just paying the bills and working and just doing their random things to create joy, different activities, these people aren't going to understand what a targeted individual is going through, whether they're a friend or a family. And it took me to realize that for someone else to understand it and for me to get upset and angry or hurt is actually destroying the relationship and the bond that I have with that person. And that's one of the main tactics that this system is put in place for. It's to isolate you. It's to doubt your life and what you're seeing and going through. And because your loved ones are questioning, well, why would somebody follow you and record you everywhere you go? Why would somebody break into your house to steal 2 pairs of flip-flops? Like, they question that because it sounds bizarre, but it's purposely set up that way. So we need to remember to not isolate ourselves, to not break bonds that we have with our family and our friends, because that's one of the main tactics. Isolate you, break all your bonds, I've lost a lot of friends over this. My relationships with my family has been extremely strained, and I actually, through this whole nightmare, I've gotten several different devices, changed my number several times, and I was at a point where I didn't even contact my family. I didn't give them my new phone number. I didn't tell them where I was. I was so angry at them because they thought I was either bringing drama, or they knew something was going on, but they just thought it was just maybe one person, and I probably was embellishing what was really happening, or that I maybe could possibly be mentally ill, and I was extremely upset and hurt by that. So I broke the relationship with my family, and I will tell you, that's one of the worst things you can do, because that's a major tactic, is to break your family bond and friendship. So I'm now communicating with my family, and I'm gonna try and repair it, and I've given up over having the need and having the really desire for them to really understand the shit that I'm dealing with. But they don't need to understand it. I don't need them to know the full capacity, because truth will reveal itself at the right time. It always does. That's how God works. The other thing is, if you love where you live, if you love your neighborhood, your home, your location, don't change locations, because it's going to follow you. It may even get worse after you leave your original location. I've moved 4 times, 2 different states, and I just look back and I'm just like, you can't escape it. You can't run from it. So if you love your home, if you love your apartment, if you love your location, just stay there. It's best to just figure out a way for you to cope with their tactics. It's a way to overcome and really just have a strong, strong connection with God. Have faith. Have faith that there's a higher purpose for this. And that purpose is for your awareness, for you to awaken spiritually, and also to help others to awaken spiritually. We are warriors. Targeted individuals, we're here, we're not worriers, even though we could worry. We are warriors here to shed truth, light, and help change the consciousness of humanity. That's why we're here. We have a very big mission. So, the tactics for me have been still continuing. It's gotten worse, and I'm just trying to manage and cope, and I'm just having a really strong connection with God, and that's all that I can do. So I wish everyone well. I wish everyone peace. If you're going through this, don't stop being you. Don't break your bonds with the people that you are close to. Don't run, don't hide. Don't waste your money on new devices. Don't. Because they want to ruin your finances. The research that I've done, people end up homeless because of this. They end up jobless because of this. And I get that, because I've changed jobs several times over the last, I'd say 10 to 15 years, just trying to get a better work environment and to feel better, or to work with better people. But you have to stand strong and stand firm where you are, and we need to speak up. So targetedjustice.com is an organization for people to share their story, to unite, and to fight this. But we really don't have to fight it. We just need to wake up to our true essence of who we are, and just maybe help others to see the truth. There's no fighting here. There's no battle. God's going to take care of everything else. All right. Well, thanks for listening. Bye.